What's up, people? I'm Landan with LMR.com. Today's video, we're going to be explaining the simple process of how to flush and bleed the power steering fluid. Flushing and bleeding the power steering fluid is an essential maintenance step whenever the time comes. It's also important if you're installing a new power steering component such as a steering rack or pump, as you don't want the old contaminated fluid circulating through your new stuff. Like any other fluid in a motor vehicle, power steering fluid will break down over time and can damage the pump, hoses, and the seals in the rack and pinion. Depending on the overall condition of the fluid, worn fluid is typically dark in color and it smells burnt. This is usually a pretty good indicator that you're past due on a flush and you need to consider getting it done as soon as possible. It's also important to reference the owner's manual of the vehicle for the proper change interval for the power steering fluid and the appropriate fluid that's required for your application. In this video, we're going to be showing the steps on a Fox, Mustang, Capri, but the general procedure can be used on other applications as long as you locate the correct hoses. We recently did a complete overhaul to the power steering system on our 1986 Capri and figured it would be a good opportunity to talk about and show the mechanical method of flushing and bleeding the system. Now, by mechanical, I mean that we won't be using any specialty tools. Speaking of tools, make sure you have what you need, including new fluid, before you get started. For those of you that would like to see some other videos related to the power steering system on our 1986 Capri, check those out down in the description. So before we get rolling, if y'all find value in our how-to videos, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and turn on those notifications. That way you're notified every time we release something new. To begin, safely support the vehicle as high as you can if you're working off of jack stands or the entire thing with the lift. Position a drain pan underneath the two hoses that are connected to the power steering cooler tube. If it's needed, remove the front wheels for more working room. Dislodge the push pin securing the frame rail splash shield to the core support. Locate the power steering cooler tube and hoses, and then clean this area if it's needed. Loosen the clamp securing the lower hose to the cooler tube and slide it back. This is the low pressure return hose coming from the power steering rack. Be prepared for fluid to run out. Loosen the clamp securing the upper hose to the cooler tube and slide it back. This is the hose that is going to the bottom of the power steering pump. Just like the lower hose, be prepared for fluid to run out. Whenever the fluid slows to a drip, use something to plug the hose that is connected to the bottom of the power steering pump. I just used a 3/8 extension and secured it with the clamp for good measure. Use this time to go ahead and flush the power steering cooler. This can be done by using an air compressor on a low PSI setting and a towel to prevent the fluid from spraying everywhere. We're showing this off of the car since we installed a brand new tube whenever the power steering components were replaced. Make sure the low pressure hose coming from the steering rack is positioned over the drain pan. Remove the cap from the power steering pump reservoir. Go ahead and fill the reservoir with fresh fluid. Rotate the belt tensioner and relieve tension on the belt. Begin rotating the pump by hand in the correct orientation to move some fresh fluid through the system. Whenever the reservoir begins to run low, refill it, and this time rotate the steering wheel back and forth several times. Repeat these steps as needed until the fluid coming out of the low pressure hose is nice and clean. This won't take very much fluid to accomplish. Now that the old fluid has been removed, you can reinstall the hoses and bleed the system. Remove the cap from the cooler tube and reinstall the hose from the steering rack. Go ahead and remove the plug from the other hose, and depending on how much fluid was still in the reservoir, it's going to run out. Reinstall this hose back onto the cooler tube. Position each clamp and tighten them down. Visually inspect the area and wipe up any residual fluid. Reinstall the push pin back into the core support. Back up top, reinstall the serpentine belt and refill the reservoir with fresh fluid. Have a friend watch the reservoir so they can tell you when to turn the car off. Go ahead and start the car and let it run long enough for the pump to move some fluid through the system and then turn it off. Pour a little more fluid in the reservoir and repeat the process. Whenever the fluid remains at a constant level in the reservoir, start the car and slowly turn the steering wheel from lock to lock to further bleed the rack and pinion. If at any time you see aeration in the reservoir, turn the car off and let it sit until all the bubbles and our foam have dissipated. While doing this, it's important to not let the pump suck air into the system, as this will prolong the bleeding process. With the car off, wipe the level indicator and reinstall the cap. Pull it back out and check the fluid level. If it's within range, you're obviously good to go. If it's too high, pull some fluid out with a syringe. If it's low, obviously you're going to add a little bit of fluid. Reinstall the cap and then check over your work. After that, you're good to go. All right, so quickly wrapping this one up. Flushing and bleeding the power steering system is typically a straightforward process, and it can be done right at home in your own garage. As always, for more information on any of the parts you may have seen in this video, please check out the links in the description. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. Until next time, y'all know what to do for all things 1979 to present Mustang and SVT lighting. Keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.